Yo, what's up, class? Welcome to Detention Span. Tonight we're hopping into some college football playoffs. We're previewing week line. What week is it in the NFL?
14.
Oh, man, that is a good question. Is it 14?
It's 14.
14?
14.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold week? Week 14 in the NFL. And of course, we got a little bit of Ask the Class, and we got our big mic of the week. So without further ado, welcome to Detention Span.
Sit down, kids, and strap on in. The Detention Span is about to begin. Kirby's at the desk, bringing the heat, and the boys on the couch are never taking defeat. We're gonna bet it all on the money line. The Detention Span is in session tonight. Tell me what you think. Should I take the parlay? If they score, you gotta drink. Hey, we're just getting started. We're getting yards on the ground. Defense is playing tight. Detention Span is in session tonight.
Welcome to Detention Span. And Perk, I got one question to ask you. Are the Irish safely in tomorrow? We're recording this before the CFP selection show. I got to know, are your Irish in? Have they done enough?
I think we're in, man. I mean,
Oh, my God.
it
Sorry.
was evidently a coin toss convo between us and Bama. Bama went up and they put a stinker today.
I still smell
BYU
it.
didn't win. I think the conversation really is Bama and Miami for the last spot. I think we're safely in. I think it's a debate between Bama and Miami.
You know, I think Ohio State needs to get moved out of the playoff now. After that
agree.
disgusting performance they displayed against my Indiana Hoosiers.
I agree. You only put up 10 points in the conference championship. I think you get booted out.
That's kind of like what you said earlier in the gambling cave. They're definitely going to lose the Big Ten championship and then probably get routed by 30 in the playoff if they meet up again.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't really win
Do
with
the
it.
routing.
Where do you think that routing would take place?
Well, I mean, they're 1-2, so if they play again, it would have to be for the Natty.
Where is the Natty? Is that in Seattle South tomorrow?
The national championship?
Yeah, is that where in Atlanta?
Is it? I don't know.
I think it is.
It might be.
I want to
Or
say
no.
either Miami or Tampa. Could be Miami. Carter, your Wolves kind of still letting you down. Now on the basketball court, how we feeling? How you doing? Maybe
Life of a Volunteers fan, man.
maybe I should have just asked you how are you doing. I feel like that's
Yeah,
rude
it's
of
in
me.
Miami.
We'll be all right.
You all right?
How sweet would that be if Notre Dame went and won the Natty in Miami?
You think Tua would be there, handing the trophy out?
No, dude, they'll be in the middle of the playoffs.
Oh, the Dolphins.
Just kidding. No.
God, we'll get into the Dolphins. Yeah, man, awesome, exciting weekend. College football is obviously a conference championship weekend. We're gonna recap all the games. Should we start Friday? Because I think we got to say something about the CFP and how wrong they have this format. Should we talk about, because obviously it looks like we're gonna be getting Tulane and James Madison in the playoff. We got Texas, Vandy, Miami, potentially Alabama, all looking outside, cold outside, looking in through the window. Probably not going to get in. It's a shame. If you watched the games Friday night, do you guys think these two teams belong? Did you guys watch the games?
No.
No?
These teams don't, dude. It's ridiculous. It should just be like it was when it was 4 teams. It was just the top 4 teams. I don't get why we moved it to 12 and all of a sudden now to have some of these weird parameters. Just make it the top 12. And that's, I think, a good format. And I think you do away with conference championships at that point, too. Just make it the top 12, do away with conference championships. If anything, add a play instead of conference championships. Do like play-ins for the teams that are debating these last spots at the end.
So like a challenge week,
Yeah.
just or like a dual week. They could call it dual week. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, take these last like 4 bubble teams and just do like 2 big games, or I don't know, last 6 bubble teams and do a few just big games to decide the last teams on the bubble. And that way you don't have these conversations, because the teams that are usually in these conversations, a lot of them aren't even playing, like Miami and Notre Dame the last week. Meanwhile, they're the biggest topics, and it's like, these are the teams that should be going out and giving another data point to, or just putting out on the field whether they're going to make it or not.
No, they need to rehash this shit. The committee, first of all, their setup looked like shit. I got a better setup in my mom's house than these motherfuckers have in a 5-star hotel, and they're all nerds. Okay, would you guys rather have a dude who looks like me judging on the college football playoff criteria, or those schmucks that are in there marking up these games? Who do you think looks like watches more ball? Or
Right now with the Oakley zone.
No,
Justin Jefferson sent me these.
it's absurd. And it's just annoying because there's no, like, they don't have, like, a set criteria of what they're valuing the most, what they're really looking at. It just seems to kind of change from week to week, to matchup, who they're comparing. I think a lot less people would complain if they went out and they, like, labeled in order, these are what we take the most serious. These are what we look at. These are the
they need
factors.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
You're so right. It's like, and another thing that I am pissed off about, because you said they kind of flip flop week to week. Why do losses all of a sudden not matter the later in the year? Like, because now they're comparing Notre Dame's loss. They're comparing the head to head.
Yeah.
Don't you think, with Miami losing to SMU and Louisville, those being more recent losses, and by the way, Notre Dame's loss was against a highly ranked Miami, which is a top 13 team, don't you think it's kind of hypocritical of them to then say, oh, Notre Dame's 2 losses are bad? Because if you're comparing those losses, then you're saying you're not a good team because you guys beat Notre Dame. So it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm making sense or it's the whiskey talking, but I just feel like they're not being fair across the board.
Yeah,
There's no standard.
I mean, the committee's obviously been recognizing that themselves. That's why they put Miami behind us, because those losses are just atrocious, and everyone thinks that, oh, because Miami beat us, they should be ahead of us. But it's like, well, there's a lot of other teams though that it's hard to argue Miami is in front of though, because of those 2 bad losses. But then you look at Notre Dame's resume, and it's easier to argue that Notre Dame's in front of those teams. So that's why there's like that gap, because Miami put themselves there with those losses. Which, like, I guess I get what people say, that if those teams clear out from the middle and it's Miami, Notre Dame next to each other, then they'll take the head-to-head and flip it, which I could see. But I think in the case of Bama getting wiped like they did today, or BYU probably being out of the picture, sliding back, I don't think it's going to matter as much, because with us already being right in front of Bama before they passed us on apparently what was already a close conversation, I think they're behind us. Conversation becomes Miami, Bama. And if Bama does slide out, then Miami might pass us, but I think we're safely in.
Yeah, I think you either stay or move up. That's kind of where that's my opinion on it. I just don't think you should be punished, moved down. But like I said, this just kind of all comes back to Tulane and JMU are just taking up space here.
No, exactly.
And we're going to be dogged to some really cool games, some really good matchups with teams who could have maybe won the Natty.
You could have both Bama, Miami in, and then Texas or Vandy as one of those other last teams. And yeah, legitimate teams that could go win one of those games. One of those teams could very well go beat Ole Miss. Tulane, it probably isn't doing that. One of those teams could go beat Oregon. JMU, they're not beating Oregon.
No, I'm going to owe Dunk a fucking Oregon sweatshirt. That's
I
the worst
told you
bet
when
I've
you
ever
guys
made.
made that bet, you should have said bowl game or New Year's Six game, not playoff game.
I figured they'd be getting a tough matchup in the first round. I didn't expect this to happen.
That's what I told you. I was like, bro, they're gonna get the ACC champion. But
You tried to
I didn't realize the ACC champion wasn't even gonna make the thing.
perk
They got
revere me.
worse.
You wrote into work and warned me, bro. Dunk is coming. Don't you clap. Don't
My
you
team's
clap.
safe and sound.
Jags are your
Not
team.
safe.
No, they're not.
You guys are in it. But
We're safe and sound in that 5 seed for the first round.
yeah, but then you guys.
Let me
are gonna
clarify
go get
that.
Your asses eaten by Texas Tech.
That's okay.
Would you
I'm
guys
just here to
fight?
collect.
Would you fight Dunk if he beat you in the playoff?
Yeah. No.
We could get the mats out.
Huge. I don't even associate him with Oregon like that.
Fake fan. He's calling you a fair weather fan. You gonna take that, Dunk?
Let me hear your reasoning.
I just do know people that talk about Oregon more than you, so I'd probably go fight one of them.
Oh, okay. About fighting. Okay.
Unless you just brought it up.
Well, I mean,
Then
I feel
I'd have
like
to fight you.
if Oregon and Notre Dame played each other, I'd be watching it with you, and I know we're gonna piss each
I
other
would not
off,
watch it with you.
or I'll at least piss you off.
I definitely wouldn't watch it with you because then I probably would end up fighting.
What if Dunk brought some like Chick-fil-A over?
Yeah,
Brought
dude,
some good grub.
We have to watch it together.
Throw it at him.
Oh, you throw the. What would you do if someone brought over some good grub, but was cheering against your team, like against your bet? Would you hate them, or would you let it slide because they brought you some good grub?
I just can't really watch big games like
Turn
that
it
with
away.
people that are rooting for the other team. I get too amped up and start talking shit.
Well, come on, we have to watch it together, dude. If it happens.
I can't watch a team play. Like I can't root hard against a team if one of my good friends is rooting for that team right next to me, unless like majority rules takes over and all the other boys are also rooting for the other team.
Yeah, and if
Kinda.
my team's not in it and I'm watching it with my boy and their team's playing, I'm gonna root for their team with them. I'm not gonna
Unless
be a
it's
dick
Oregon.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless it's Oregon.
No, screw them.
Where does your hatred for Oregon stem?
I don't know. I've just always hated them. Just how their fans just popped up out of nowhere all of a sudden when they were like good one year and started pop. Literally every time they pop out new jerseys, they pop out another set of fans, and that's just like all their fans are like 35 and under, just fans and basically little Nike hype fans.
You know, you kept it clean for YouTube, and I appreciate it. So, Dunk, do you think Oregon could beat Notre Dame? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You're sick in the head. That's why you got the helmet on.
Yeah, dude, let's go.
I don't know. And every Oregon fan, like, another thing that bothers me is they talk about Oregon like it's a blue blood premier football school. And it's like, you guys haven't actually done anything. Like, you guys have been to a couple natties, but, like, you guys haven't won one, and you guys didn't start being good until the 2000s. You can't really call yourselves a premier program when you really only have like 20 years of success. When you look back at college football being around since before 1900, like, yeah, you guys have been
We've been consistent.
probably been a top 10 school, probably in the 2000s, or probably borderline top 10. But, like, not a premier program.
No. You got anything to cap off from the playoff bubble? Any additional thoughts?
No additional thoughts. I agree with Perk. I kind of think along the lines of the teams that aren't playing that are in the playoff should also have to play if they're doing conference champions.
Yeah.
A matchup, whether it's like seeds or whatever, that way there's a buffer, so there is no teams like JMU is probably going to walk in and get absolutely dog walked. That way it eliminates the teams that shouldn't be there, and then it allows the teams that are also on the bubble who have been playing really well a chance, which is kind of what everybody wants, is to see the best teams in the college football playoff, not the teams that they won't kind of set up and now they're like, oh. Because I feel that's almost what the committee does, is like they're kind of setting it up and they want the biggest brains, and when it comes down to picking, it very much feels like they'll pick the bigger brand, and then they'll say, "Oh, it's because of, the scheduling was harder."
Yeah.
Instead of like a head-to-head matchup, why not have those teams play? One team that also would be kind of in a thing, which might happen more in the era of football we're in, is Ole Miss. They should have to play another game to see what they're going to look like with a new coaching staff.
Yeah.
Instead of just letting them in because of where they're at this point in the season.
And as far as that go, I hope they just change the timeline for how all that stuff works. Make it unable for coaches to move.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather see them fix that but I mean, yeah, no, I do think a team that is in Ole Miss's position should be having to prove themselves because, yeah, you have no idea what they're going to be now.
No, you got to fix the poaching issue. You got to push it back because it's just gonna messes with these kids. It messes with the commitment you've had to the team, and you got to let it all play out before you're even making moves. But with the way the school year is lined up, the transfer windows are kind of associated with what the quarters or the semesters of the school. So it's kind of a weird spot.
You have Tulane and JMU both playing with knowing their coaches are going to be gone.
Yeah, that's kind of like I said, you kind of break up with your girl, but you still live together, but she's bringing a new guy over every night. And you just kind of have to, deal with it because she's also paying her half of the rent. She, maybe got some pizza ordered, let you get a couple slices. That's kind of what Summerall's doing to Tulane.
It's like the parents are, divorced but staying in the same household for the kids, but the wife's still bringing home the new guy every night.
I think
you're trying to make the kids happy, but they know what's going on. That they know.
Bro, give my wife give her the kids in the house. Just give me my wimey. Give me my Zoe. Give me my Zoe and my wallet because I'll go have a good time.
I think it should be if you choose another school and you announce you're leaving. I don't think you should be able to be a part of the program anymore. Doesn't benefit the program you're at. You could say, yeah, I'm finishing the season to compete. But you're pretty much already setting yourself up for next year, and then now you have the guys that you're with that you're just gonna continue to recruit versus actually competing.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. That's just more time for you to poach the players from that program.
So it's
you're just hey, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand because with the Kiffin thing, he was oh, I was trying to finish out the year. But for Ole Miss, that's no benefit to them because then he's just gonna try to sway the best guys to go to LSU with him. And he's obviously there's still gonna be guys that go from Ole Miss to LSU, but the more time he has, it's just that there's not that commitment to go and win as much as.
Well, did you see some of the players were that's not the message you gave us when he said that he had wanted to finish the year with them.
Mm-hmm.
They were that's not what we got from you, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I would be pretty upset if I was a player there.
Yeah,
especially if you're there multiple years with them and you're this is what we're gonna build here, and then you're just I'm gonna leave.
You're a senior, and you went through what you went through last year, being a game out from barely missing the playoffs, having a really good team, and then. No one had expectations for you. You put it together this year, and then he just bounces on you like that.
It's fucked up.
But but that's a Lane Kiffin trait.
Oh yeah.
Lane Kiffin's a notorious.
He did it to your Vols.
Yep, he's notorious for that.
That's why I got the golf ball to the butt.
Yeah,
that was
the mustard bottle.
Bro, I just think they really need a. It's you already open up the gates to the NIL money, so you're gonna get a lot of parity within college football in itself with these top premier programs. And now it's this year especially, that's the deepest college football has been in a long, long time, potentially ever. And we're missing out on some great matchups. So CFP committee, you guys suck. I hate your guts. Fix your fucking format. I'm still going to watch every game. And I hope you get in, Perk. But
I think we will.
Should we maybe recap a couple of the games, talk about how overrated BYU is and how I think they spent too much time bitching on Twitter and tweeting about Notre Dame and Miami and forgot they played Texas Tech today and got their butts fucking spanked.
Exactly, dude. I think same thing happened with both those teams, Bama and BYU. They kind of thought, I think they were too busy thinking about the what ifs, pleading their case about what happens already if thinking about the losing the games already, politicking in that case, rather than just thinking about going out and winning the damn game and keep getting yourself in.
Yeah, they seem disengaged from like what's really going to happen. Like it's the committee's obviously really wanting to put Miami and Notre Dame in, so if you fuck up, you're probably. I don't think they took it as serious as they should have. Maybe they're kind of feeling like they're affected from having to, or they're what's the victim for having to play in a conference game championship.
They were very much outmatched too. I think their quarterback's just not good.
He had his ankle obviously was bummed up, so like he wasn't moving very well. But even in the first matchup when they met each other, they still got after him like crazy. Like their defense is just so good.
Their
so many
defense
playmakers.
Is good enough to give anyone in the nation problems. I do think that. Offensively, though, I've seen their offense be slow against. I mean, they didn't look great against BYU. I think they ran it up late, getting a lot of those turnovers and stuff towards the end of the game. And the first game against BYU, their offense didn't look amazing. So like a lot of their games, now that I think about it, even Utah, that game was kind of close until they poured it on late. So I think when they go against a team that has a really good offense and a good defense, I think it's going to be interesting to see if offensively they can go at it with another team.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I mean, their quarterback. I mean, the one game they lost was when he was hurt.
Yeah,
And
they're going to get a bye for sure. I think they'll be the 4.
Keep the 4 where they're at.
Yeah, I don't see why not. And then probably get a Texas Tech Oregon second round matchup. Be a fun game.
Heck yeah, man.
It would be a fun game.
I'm looking at this Duke Virginia box score right now, and I'm just wanting to puke my eyes out. I had Georgia money line hit, Indiana spread, nailed it, and then the final stretch was Virginia money line, which they came back in the 4th, but threw that pathetic pick in the 4th to have Duke surprisingly somehow win the ACC championship. I can't even believe I just said that. Duke is the ACC champion. Then their coach is lobbying for them after the game. Just it's the grossest thing you've ever seen. This is why the committee, if you have 7-5 Duke lobbying for why they should get into the playoff, your format's fucked up. That's all I gotta say.
No kidding, dude.
I completely understand that, but if you're like a head coach of a program and like you're in that position and you win, regardless of how ridiculous it sounds, you're gonna use that platform to because at least the guys in that program and the guys who have it are like, at least our coach used that time to lobby for us. I don't think, obviously they don't have a shot in hell that they're gonna get in, but
0.1 chance.
But at least he can say that he did that and at least get some buy-in from the guys around him. Like that's basically why he did it. He knows.
Yeah.
They know.
Bro.
Pop-Tart Bowl bound.
I want Ice Spice to perform at the Pop-Tart Bowl. SpongeBob song at the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Big guy.
Big guy.
It could dead ass
Pop-Tart.
be Duke in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Duke and is it who?
Probably BYU.
Duke and BYU in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Are Mormons allowed to eat Pop-Tarts? Would the Pop-Tart be eaten?
That might not be
I don't
something
see
we
why
want to
not.
get into.
I didn't know if they were like allowed to eat. Maybe it's soda they don't drink.
Yeah, I don't think they
Mormons?
I don't think they do caffeine.
Didn't dirty sodas? Isn't that a Mormon thing?
What's a Mormon dirty soda?
A dirty soda is like basically how we do like energy drinks with stuff in it. It's like soda with stuff in it.
So if
It'd
someone
be like
brings
what this group of guys probably considers a chaser.
so you think their way of getting lit is if someone brings a 6-pack of like a Monster over?
No.
They're like, we're
they're
getting
like
after it.
they're like Coca-Cola with like lime and like different stuff mixed in.
I am Mormon. Frick.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Fernando Mendoza. That's why I dropped the frick for Fernando, because
Flipping.
he was flipping
Flipping
that
chance.
his interview was awesome. I can't get enough of Fernando Mendoza. He's just a preacher. He's going to be a future coach. If he doesn't succeed in the league, he's going to be one of the best coaches ever. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's a great player. He played great, man. Indiana beating Ohio State 13-10.
I could see him being like a
God.
GM.
I could see that. He's got the energy for it.
Yeah.
He's kind of got...
Just kind of a nerd.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. GMs are usually like nerdier guys. They're usually like the more analytical, like smart thinkers, where the coaches are like just like the football guys, you know.
You don't think he's kind of the hoorah kind of guy?
No, he is, but I feel like he just gives me more GM vibes than he does like coaching. Like, you know, like Andrew Luck, he's a really smart football mind, but he doesn't do coaching, but he basically general managing for Stanford. I could see Mendoza doing something like that for Indiana or even an NFL team.
That'd be pretty cool.
He gives me Kirk Cousins vibes.
He might be Kirk Cousins Jr.
He definitely
I
seems
mean,
that way.
obviously, that's after he plays a NFL career. He's going to be a first-round pick.
That's a good comp, like a better Kirk Cousins.
He's like
Could a
Kirk-
better Kirk Cousins win a Super Bowl?
Okay, I think it's too early to call him a better Kirk Cousins.
Well, I'm saying if he is
Kirk
a better
Cousins?
Kirk Cousins, would that win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I think
basically
Kirk
Sam
Cousins was
Darnold.
pretty good.
Basically.
I guess it'd just be Kirk Cousins that wins big games, because Kirk Cousins would always eat in those. He'd always be like one of the top guys in the league in stats in terms of like rating and yards, because he would just eat against like the lower tier teams in games nobody really paid attention to. But then every time they played a big game or a Monday night game, he would just shit the bed.
It's kind of a good interlude into Week 14. Should we start in Atlanta? Because Cousins is playing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's an L.
That's-
Kirk O'Chains.
If Kirk O'Chains ends up beating the Seahawks tomorrow, we will be taking an 8-month break from the show just for my mental
I
health
kind of want
to
to see a
recover.
Darnold Cousins fist fight during that game.
You don't want to see Cousins hurt, bro. I think Darnold could fist fight 98% of everybody in the league and win. I think
Are we
there's
talking all positions?
yes, every position,
Miles Garrett.
easy.
I heard that.
Damn.
I heard
Too
that
stiff.
the Notre Dame Fighting Irish logo is actually based off of Sam Darnold.
I could see the resemblance.
See,
It was the pose he was given after he turned the ball over 5 times against us in South Bend.
He turned the ball over 5 times.
Yeah.
5 picks.
I think 2 or 3 of them were picks, and then he had a couple fumbles.
Yeah, he's been doing that for the Seahawks lately, but I don't really care. I just love him so much. It's so fun to watch. Because he just either is a demon or he's just fucking making the worst plays imaginable. Just the most unlucky turnovers. Then again, he kind of gets blown up sometimes, so it's like, what do you expect? These, freak athletes coming at you faster than you can decide what to do. So you got to give him some leeway.
when you got Anthony Bradford blocking nobody.
God. Yeah, the Bradford memes, those have been my favorite thing recently to see. We were talking about that earlier.
But this is his breakout week.
They have this week. I don't even think he's playing this week.
Next week.
They ESPN changed they don't even have ESPN bet. They have DraftKings odds up now. But they got Seattle at 6.5. I feel like, or minus 6.5. I feel like that's pretty low. I feel like the Seahawks might be able to pour it on them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Over unders 44.5. Drake London's out for the Falcons as well. The Falcons are a real banged up team with Raheem Morris, in my opinion, kind of on the hot seat right now. So Seattle's got to take care of business. NFC's too tight right now. Better teams got to prevail tomorrow. Got to take care of business. Have to have it.
I think they win by at least a touchdown.
Hawks have a lot of guys coming back too.
Julian Love, Big Reed.
About
Big Reed.
time.
I heard Big Reed's Big Murph's mentor. So they're about to slime out.
Another shutout?
It's a slime out, which is worse than a shutout. That's the
Slime
worst
outs.
beating.
Negative points?
It's damn near negative points, bro.
Negative 2?
It could be negative. That's a slime score. If Big Murph has something to say about it, expect the slime. Let's roll over to Sam Darnold. I love you. I know you're listening. Shout out, brother. Good luck tomorrow. Let's move over to New York. They're debuting those Gotham rivalry jerseys tomorrow. Kind of seen that all over the internet lately. But we got the Miami Dolphins -2.5 over the New York Jets. This game's probably going to be disgusting. Last time they were there, I believe that's when Tua kind of Tua'd out. He kind of got messed up. I expect this to be on one of the smaller boxes on the quad box, and I will probably look at it maybe 6 times during the duration of this game. And I got Miami. I think Miami's going to win. I think the Jets are playing better. Aaron Glenn's got them. He somewhat feels like he's starting to maybe build a culture there, but I don't know. If they come in and get rolled in by the Dolphins, it's kind of like taking 2 steps back. So this is going to be an ugly game in general, but you guys got anything you want to add on to this game?
Yeah, I feel like I like the Dolphins to cover in that. I think they're not a great team by any means, but they haven't been playing bad football lately. They had that win over. Didn't they beat the Bills just in the last couple weeks? 2-3 weeks ago.
Killed them.
So yeah, and the Jets just stink. I think at this point, if you're the Jets management, you're not really trying to put a team out there to win. At this point, I think you're already thinking about next year. You're thinking about what quarterback you want to get, maybe at the number 1 pick. Yeah. So I think the Dolphins go out and win that. I think they're trying to make a late playoff push. They're just playing harder right now.
I want Mendoza on the Jets. I think he could fix the Jets.
I have the Dolphins as well. I think New Jersey's isn't going to hide a bad team.
No.
Whatsoever.
No.
It's like...
What if they're really cool?
I mean, you could put a wig on a bulldog and it's still a bulldog, not a lady. You know what I mean? You could polish a turd as much as you want and still a turd. They could have the sickest jerseys ever. They're still going to go and lose. They're still the Jets.
Dunk, what about you over there? What are you pondering on?
I think I might take the Jets.
What?
Oh.
I
Let's move on.
I think I might take the Jets.
I'm going to give you... what? Tell the class, tell the tens and the millions, why are you on the Jets tomorrow?
New jerseys.
All right, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the Baltimore Ravens. What do you need, brother?
Can you toss me the old lightertron?
The Lightertron? Here you go, Megatron, Cartertron. Sorry. Got the edit.
Cartertron.
I know we might just wrap it up. It's a fun show. Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are -6. First place in the AFC North is on the line. Who do you guys got? I got Baltimore taking it tomorrow. We'll get into that, but who do you guys teasing this? Usually everyone your unwritten rule in gambling is to take the underdog in this matchup. These teams know each other. Tomlin and Harbaugh know each other so well. But I don't know. I just kind of see Lamar Jackson. I was thinking Lamar Action Jackson. Lamar Jackson just kind of getting into form. This is, if now, it's honestly going to be never if the Ravens do not get in playoff form. Yeah. It's time to get going.
What's the spread again?
-6.
Yeah.
And they're lucky enough where the AFC North is, everybody is not playing well, so the division's up for grabs. You've got to go and take advantage of this.
Yeah, I don't think the Steelers are playing very good ball right now. I mean, granted, the Ravens, I don't think are either.
No, it's not
so
electric.
6 seems like a lot of points to me in that. That's kind of a stay away from game to me right now. I don't even know what team I'd say I trust more right now there, to be honest. Like, I know a lot of people think the Ravens are just going to round into playoff form, but they really haven't shown me that they're just going to do that yet.
No.
No,
they seem kind of tuckered out for some reason.
Yeah, to me they seem very similar to the Steelers in terms of just inconsistency.
Yeah,
So I guess if I had to bet it, I would probably just take the Steelers +6 because, like you said, in that matchup, I feel like you just got to take the dog.
Gotta take the dog. So you like Pittsburgh? Is Rodgers playing tomorrow? I know he's banged up.
I'm not sure, but at this point, is it that much of a difference? Rodgers been playing pretty garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I still like Roger. I mean, I'm never gonna count him out. You don't know how much. It doesn't look like he's got much left in the tank, but you don't know how much is left in the tank. So I mean, that could be better reason to bet this. Every time I'm out on the Steelers, they just come out and their defense has a day, and they do what they got to do on offense. One thing I will note about this game is DK Metcalf has been very, 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 very underwhelming this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's just making that trade look a lot better for Seattle right now. But Aaron him and his weapons aren't on the same page. He's getting his ass kicked. He just doesn't look like he's having fun playing cold Midwest football right now.
Yeah, he just looks checked out.
You see that hit?
Yeah, no, he does.
He's banged up, which doesn't help the situation, but he looks checked out. And I mean, betting wise, it definitely is smart to take the Steelers, but if I'm choosing straight up on like who I think has a better chance of winning the game, I would go Ravens, just because you're looking at who the leadership of your team is, and the Steelers, they just don't sell me on very much anything.
No, I feel the same way, and it's kind of a weird kind of thing. There's kind of some weirdness, some murky air going on right now.
It does feel that way.
Is Tomlin going to leave? Does he want a new start? Is he going to stay? Is he going to have a winning record? There's a lot of things up in the air right now in Pittsburgh, so it's probably a frustrating time to be a fan.
Well, one thing with Tomlin too is like,
Cool beard.
it almost is like he's saying the same thing like each and every year. Like it's always this optimism, and like he gets to that. They have the whole thing on like not having a losing record, but at what point is like that just justification to keep him around too long? Like you can have a winning record and still not be a good football team. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I'd go Ravens.
Yeah, it's like what the Cowboys had with Mike McCarthy and Jason Garrett, that both guys were getting them like mediocre records, getting around the playoff hunt, but never having bad seasons. But like, it just gets to a point, especially when you're a franchise like the Steelers and like the Cowboys, where you're like, we're not a franchise that plays to be in playoff hunts. We play for Super Bowls. That's what our expectation is. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gotta be real frustrating, and honestly, I could not be happier to watch Steelers fans suffer. So fuck you guys. Dunk, who do you got?
Both teams are a mess, but it is going to be a toss up. So I'm taking the Steelers +6.
Steelers +6.
I like
the
that.
underdunk.
It's gonna be a toss up for sure.
All right, Dunk. Well, let's roll over to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, they got Carolina creeping up on them, man. Carolina Mike, he could put life back into the Panthers, some say. And the Bucks are now in a must-win situation at home against the 2-10 Saints. I look for them to take care of business handedly. They're -8.5. I think I got the Bucks. Baker looked pretty good last week. I thought he'd look a lot more banged up. He obviously looked like he got put through the ringer when they played the Rams. The Rams, yeah, they got his ass kicked that game. But they're bouncing back, and like I said, right now is the time really got to bounce back. So I look for Tampa Bay to take care of business, especially with Carolina playing as good a ball as they've been playing lately. I expect the Bucks to come out and get look healthier this week. What about you guys?
Yeah, no, I would say, I think the Bucks should steamroll them. I think that's a go get right game for the Bucks. Go get yourself ready for the stretch where you got a few tough teams left. I don't see them dropping this one with how much they need that win right now.
Yeah, no, this loss could be a kind of a canon event in them not making the playoffs if the Panthers if they keep playing well. But the Panthers are weird because when everyone's on them, you know, and they're like, okay, you're expecting them to play well, that's when they're gonna suck.
Yeah.
And then when you're like, I don't know,
They're not that good. They've beaten other bad teams, and they have won some games where you're like, damn, but
Like the
they're
Rams.
not good. They're not gonna win a big game in a big moment.
But Young's been playing better. But let's go back. We're talking about Saints and Bucks. What's your thoughts on the Saints and Bucks?
Bucks.
It's a great thought.
Bucks for sure. That's enough said.
Dunk.
What? It's the Bucks and Panthers, right?
Mm-hmm. No, the Bucks
and
Bucks
Saints.
Bunny. Bunks. I keep saying.
Oh, Bucks and Saints.
And Saints.
Yeah,
Bucks
Bucks are
and
gonna
Chuck.
kill the Saints.
Bunk. Shuck. It's all. I'm all fucked up right now.
They're gonna win by more than 8.
You don't think they're gonna get shucked up?
No, Tyler Shuck don't got a shot.
Some are saying that he does, and that guy's sitting. The guy saying that's sitting to the left of you.
He don't got nothing. No
No,
shot.
I do think the Bucks do roll.
They're gonna kill him.
All right, Perks. It's a big day for you tomorrow. You got first. You find out if your Irish get in, and then you gotta go fight for first place in the division, hosting the Indianapolis Colts, coming to Jacksonville. Jags, home dog plus 1.5. What's gonna happen?
First
Undefeated
of all,
in Duval in how many games?
the last decade, man.
God, what a fucking streak!
Yeah, it's the longest streak of such in the NFL right now.
Is that longer than the Undertaker? No, how long was the Undertaker streak? Like 18?
21 years. Or
Oh,
no,
wow.
was it 19? Did it go to 20?
Dude, I'm about to have the Undertaker streak and not getting laid. It's gonna be messed up.
But yeah, it's a huge game. Got to defend that. I think it's kind of crazy with us playing our best football right now and the Colts in a bit of a skid. I think it's crazy with considering that streak that we are home dogs. Not even being biased, I think the Jags money line is great value, and I think we very well can go win that game. You know, we go stick to our game plan that's won us games, and that's just stick to the run first, whether it's we're running down their throat or not. You know, just play complementary football, take care of the football. That's huge for Trevor this week against that offense. That is a pretty. I mean, they've been slowing down a little bit, and they are banged up. They're missing actually
Broken
some
fit.
pretty big guys this week. So, but yeah, humongous game for us. We could go from either first place or third place based on how this game goes in the Texans game. But I mean, I honestly, just considering the Colts injury, us at home, momentum and everything, I think it's the Jags game to lose. Honestly, I think we got it.
There's a very slim margin of error this week for you, Perk. So I really, in everything you're doing. So tomorrow, I just want to see you happy tomorrow.
It's a big day for me, man. It's basically like election day for me in the morning, and then big Jags game.
Didn't you vote for Kamala?
We're not gonna get into politics.
All right.
That's the suspect answer right there.
Some guy who voted for Kamala would say. Carter, who you got? Did you have, and by Kamala or Trump? No, I'm kidding.
No. I don't know. Every time that I've sat here, I've had the backing of the Jags. They have let me down.
Perk.
Pretty much week to week that we've been recording in here that I've said I feel confident that the Jags are playing
We've
well.
won 3 in a row, man.
Yeah, and you know when I stopped saying that? About 3 weeks ago.
I think Perk was conspiring against you
Well, also
to steal your money.
Also,
and
this guy hits me
identity.
up about how much he's like, oh, it's gonna be Daxonville next year.
That's
all
true.
this
That is true.
all
You
this
gotta,
stuff about Trevor. I don't know.
Okay, to be fair,
You are cheating on Trevor.
to
big
be fair, Trevor still hasn't necessarily played amazing football. He played well last week. He played really well last week considering our run game. Tennessee did kind of shut down our run game, and Trevor did come through then. But, I mean, it was the Titans. in the week before that, he played garbage against the Cardinals, and we kind of won in spite of him.
Yeah, that. Yep, the Cardinals game I'm very familiar with.
You know what?
I'm going Colts. Yeah, I'm going Colts. I was on the fence, Perk. I gave you a chance to talk me into it, and I think they're gonna make you just have to make Trevor throw the ball.
If there's one thing I hate, it's cheaters, and you're cheating on your quarterback.
Last week, that's exactly what the Titans did, but. I don't think the Colts defense is special. They're missing 2 of their best D linemen, and they're missing. Isn't Sauce still out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're missing Sauce, 2 of their best D linemen. I think that's one, not a recipe for stopping the run. Missing those 2 guys in the inside when that's already not a specialty of theirs.
What's more important is you're cheating on Trevor with Dak. I would never cheat on Sammy. Sammy threw 4 picks, and I was like, "What do you want for dinner?"
Okay,
I love you. We're gonna fix it. You're cheating on Trevor.
At the same time,
should he cut his hair?
Compare their interception numbers for the year, and this is year 5 of Trevor in Jacksonville versus.
This is Sam Darnold's second year in his career. What?
I agree with you.
Perk, big day for you tomorrow, man. We'll see how it goes. This is the legendary bowl. Cam Ward's going to Shador's house. They're finally gonna battle it out.
That's another small screen.
Browns minus 4.5. Yeah, that one might be the main TV.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's a game Kirby's gonna love.
Dude, that's
the Seahawks are on in the morning though too.
Yeah, see, dude, you're okay. I just want to say that last week's Browns game is what I imagine when we get prisoners of war and we're gonna torture these guys. That's what they turn on. It was one of the most I was falling asleep watching that game.
Make them watch on loop Shador running on 4th and 26 for 5 yards and sliding. I hope Shador gets it together, man. I mean, honestly though, this is kind of whatever quarterback steps up and wins this game is probably going to be less likely to be canned by their team next season. I kind of saw Tennessee was interested in maybe Mendoza. I mean, they're in the market for they're going to have the 1 pick.
They need to build their team up.
Yeah, I think that'd be stupid.
I just said that they're doing what you were doing. They're flirting.
But with Tennessee, you have so many other holes around your team than no quarterback is going to do very well in Tennessee right now.
Yeah, they definitely cleared house throughout this season for a new regime to come in. So it's
Pat Mahomes is 6-6 with the Kansas City Chiefs right now because their team isn't that great. The Titans roster's so bad, nobody's going to do very well with it.
No. By the way, Dunk, I didn't get your prediction for last game. I'm sorry.
The Jags Colts?
Yeah. Think long and hard.
I don't think I can bet on
Look what you got on your head. You can't say the Colts with that on your head.
I don't know if I can bet on Lord Farquhar.
Okay, then take that off.
I think it's because he didn't man up to his bet.
That too.
You have been
You gotta take that off if you're not gonna take the Jags.
No, I'm gonna go with you, Perk. I'll bet on the Jags. I got the Jags.
No, it just doesn't.
Defending home.
What about Browns and Titans? Who you taking?
I'm gonna take the Browns.
What's this?
I think that the Browns have a better defense. First off, I feel like Cam Ward's gonna struggle against that defense.
He's gonna be in hell tomorrow.
Where's the game at?
It's in Cleveland. Myles Garrett. He's at 18
Cleveland
sacks right now?
minus 3.5.
4.5.
4.5.
Over unders 33.5, which is very tempting.
33.5.
33.5. That's getting smelly with it.
Over under road.
I might have to get real smelly with that.
Does Tennessee have a reason to win that game?
Yeah.
Why would you?
Exactly.
They need to hire you.
Dude, they need
Tennessee C-Dub.
I could change the culture there.
I could see it.
New stadium, new culture.
Would you give Morgan Wallen a residency in the stadium?
That's probably the first phone call I make. That revenue is going to translate.
That gets people in the seats.
You got to get
And you got to get Jelly in there.
Oh, dude, Jelly's going to have his own box.
He's about to be Jelly Swole.
He is Jelly Swole right now, dude.
Bro, can I hang out with Jelly Roll in his box?
We'll talk about it later.
All right. Washington Commanders going over to the Minnesota Vikings. This is also a smelly game. This is a game I expect to maybe look in a few times. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to pay attention. This is a big week for 9. He's become the biggest meme in the NFL. If your quarterback plays 9, plays bad, just know he's about to get 9'd on Twitter. They're about to put his jersey on J.J. McCarthy. Obviously, you think you saw what rock bottom looked like, and that was Max Brogemeyer last week, who was absolutely pathetic and never belonged in the NFL to begin with. So J.J. McCarthy, I think that gives him a little more grace and growing room. But, man, that's got to be frustrating to win 14 games last year with Sammy Emerald, and now you're sitting at 4-8. You've won 1 game at home this year. You don't even know if you like your quarterback. I honestly like Washington right now. I think Washington's defense is playing good. Jaden Daniels is going to be back this week, so he's going to play some ball. I expect Washington to kind of end the season on a high note or head in that direction. And I got Washington tomorrow.
Sorry.
Spread is also -1.5 for Washington. So if that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they like McCarthy very much.
I mean, that's one I wouldn't touch. I think both teams are very dejected because you have 2 teams that came from having good seasons last year the seasons are basically over already. It's like, what does either team really have to motivate them at this point? If anything, I just have to go with Washington because maybe just the little hidden spark of hope they have with the Daniels return, while Minnesota, they just look to be, that offense is awful. So I would probably have to go with Washington on that.
I'm calling it right now. Early prediction: Justin Jefferson will be a Kansas City Chief next year. They're gonna go make the big Randy Moss move that the Patriots made back in the day, and they're gonna go get Mahomes a superstar wide receiver. Especially after missing the playoffs like that, they're gonna reload heavy. They're gonna make a big splash.
If they do, still a question.
That's true. What about you boys? Who you guys got tomorrow or in this game?
First of all, I'm going to say the way that the Vikings handled their offseason is basically the reason teams get blown up.
That's a great point.
And you automatically put yourself on the hot seat as a entire front office and coaching staff. And you could say yeah, they had that success with Darnold, and that's amazing. And I do think they have a good head coach, but you can't, if you're playing the odds in terms of how many drafted guys or how many quarterbacks around the league are proven guys versus taking a guy that hasn't proven anything in the NFL yet, and you choose that guy and you're wrong, which happens a lot where guys go younger and they're wrong. That just starts spiraling things. Now, Jay Jettas wants out. Now there's all this stir, and all it takes is for that guy to go, and then now you're starting to lose the locker room, and all this stuff blows up. I wouldn't touch the game, like you said, but if I had to guess who's gonna win, it's gonna be Washington. I'm not. Yeah. I wouldn't touch Minnesota. 9 sucks ass.
I want to touch 9 with a 9-foot pole, even if I was the Grinch. Dunk, who do you got this week, brother?
I'm going to take Washington as well. I think Minnesota's defense is going to keep it close, but I think Washington pulls that one out.
I agree. We'll have that on one of the smaller boxes. All right, boys. I think we got the 2022 AFC Divisional rematch. Kansas City or Cincinnati Bengals going over to the Buffalo Bills. In my recent history of watching football, all I can remember is the Cincinnati Bengals owning the Buffalo Bills. But this is kind of where it gets tricky. If Josh Allen, who we think Josh Allen is, they need to get their shit together, and they need to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. So I'm looking for the Bills to make a huge impression tomorrow, because if the Bengals win and they get hot and they start inching closer and closer on that division, then I'm going to start leaning towards the Bengals as a team you do not want to play, especially with how good Burrow looked on Thanksgiving. So this is a big game tomorrow. I'm really excited for this. I wish it was in the afternoon. It's kind of a pretty heavily stacked morning slate. Jeez, we only have, I'm looking at it right now, 3 games in the afternoon. I feel like this should definitely have been an afternoon game, like a late game in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Bengals +6. I'm taking that all day. I look for the Bengals to take care. Bengals, they kind of own the Bills. What do you guys think? You guys excited for this matchup?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I am. It's in Buffalo, though, right?
It's in Buffalo. It's where
Yeah.
Burrow did the cool 360 snow thing, and then they ran it down their throat.
Buffalo, they're the 7th seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my throat's so scratchy. I don't know why today.
That is crazy. Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore are all kind of hanging out on the outside of Buffalo's in, but they're all kind of hanging out by the door of the playoffs right now, the exit door.
Yeah, I just think Buffalo's kind of shown in the last couple years. I mean, I know Bengals have beaten Buffalo in those playoff games, but I think in the last at least 2 years, Buffalo's shown the better ability to win those big games when they need them. So I kind of like Buffalo to win here, and I just think they've looked like a better team this year. The Bengals' defense has kind of been pretty messy. I think they're getting a little overhyped off beating a Ravens team that was also getting overhyped. And people are kind of forgetting about just how good the Bills are when they play their best football. I think the Bills are going to remind people that they have a very real shot to win the AFC this year.
If not now, never.
I agree. I think the Bills are kind of a sneaky team that's flying under the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
They're definitely not a comfortable matchup by any means. I would go with the Bills. I think the Bengals, that's another organization that's in an interesting spot. They have a lot of money tied up in players right now that it's only inevitable that they're going to be lacking some. If you don't draft well, you're going to be lacking spots in your roster. So,
Yeah. Obviously, they didn't hit this year with, forget the guy's name who held out. Obviously, I don't think he's been playing great for them. Hasn't been as standout as they hoped he would be to kind of replace Hendrickson, who's also been out all year, who at this point, it's almost like he's kind of making a business decision of staying out.
Who did they draft again?
The dude, he was from Texas A&M. Can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. Was it Stewart?
Isaiah Stewart?
Or
Is that what it was? Shamar Stewart?
Yeah.
You are correct.
usually that's not a great sign if your rookie's holding out.
No. Cheap.
Regardless of whatever clause or whatever he is mad at, it's just like, I don't know. They're in a tough situation.
No, they are. Dunk, what about you? Who you got tomorrow?
I think the Bills are gonna win it, but it's just like, I don't know. It's almost a toss up as well because the Bills can win they lose weird games, like they for some reason, like especially against the Dolphins, they should have killed the Dolphins. It's just like, yeah, they have, like, when their team's playing their best football, they are a really great team, but I mean they only show that every once in a while.
I just feel like this isn't a weird one, though. That I feel like this isn't one that's going to catch them off guard. Like, this is a big game. This is a team that knocked them out of the playoffs twice. It's a team that's trying to make a playoff push themselves.
Yeah, so
Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I feel like this is a game you don't walk into.
It's going to be 32 degrees. It's going to be cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like if the Bills aren't playing their best football, they're not going to win it.
Seems like...
Yeah.
Because the Bengals are going to be playing their best.
Yeah. Probably will be.
All right, boys. Let's roll over to Denver. Going over to Las Vegas. Expect the stadium to be all painted orange. You guys laughing at it?
Are the Raiders
Bro, that's not even
like
going to
an
be a
orange
game,
jersey?
dude.
Huh?
The Raiders are showcasing an orange jersey.
What did I say? I said expect the stadium to be
I was just
orange.
kidding.
No, yeah, that's not even NBA.
Oh, sorry, bro. Carter
Dude,
made me
just
drink
blame
whiskey.
Gino.
Yeah, I blame Gino for this, for me being messed up right now. So that's why I'm taking the Broncos. Vegas, I don't
Vegas is a mess.
ever see them being competitive in the next 10 years. I don't think they're going to get it right.
Did you guys hear the Chip Kelly situation?
No, what happened?
How he was saying that Pete wasn't letting him call the plays that he wanted to call or install the plays that he wanted to call.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they're saying that Pete Carroll's really set in that same old Pete Carroll offense that he ran in Seattle.
He's not adapting.
Yeah,
That's why the old man's not winning
exactly.
Well, I don't think Chip Kelly's honestly that great of a play caller either.
in the NFL.
No, I agree with
He
that.
wasn't
NFL's been bad.
He wasn't even that great at Ohio State last year. A lot of people were like saying that basically he was the reason they were a 2-loss team to even begin with, because he made that team more, held them back basically. Like they found what worked for them obviously once the playoffs came, but like if you remember last year, Ohio State never really during the regular season looked like a team that you were like, oh, they're a world beater. But then once the playoffs started, they just looked heads and shoulders better than everyone.
Yeah, they turned it on, dude. They turned it on. They're lucky they didn't have to play a Fernando Mendoza, Indiana.
See, I agree with you, but I also think like Pete.
I don't think Pete's a great X's and O's coach either, but
Everything that he does is just one way, and I feel like when people mention his NFL career prior to him going to USC, they talked about kind of a similar thing. He went to USC and he kind of figured out how to build a good culture and compete, and he brought that to the NFL, and like that had success for us on the competing aspect. But then it got to that point in Seattle where it was like he's going to keep doing things his way. And when you have the personnel, you can be like we were talking about with like, the Tomlin situation. Like you can be on the brink of going to the playoffs consistently with that when you have the right personnel. But it's just everything. If you don't adapt, you're not going to be a good team. That's why everybody's going younger and younger.
Everyone is like hyping up Tom Brady behind the scenes right now, and I just don't get how you can hype up anybody a part of that office right now for putting this team. Let's just put this team on the field, man. They're just not a fun watching. Denver, man, they're 10-2. Yeah. They're gonna be 11-2 pending tomorrow's win. So look out for Denver, man. They're they're a tough beat. Yeah, the Raiders suck.
Raiders are bad.
All right, boys, let's roll over to the LA Rams. Taking on Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. Rams -10. Looking for them to have a big bounce back after a big letdown last week. Yeah, like I said, Rams.
-10.
Take them up to a -26.
I'm gonna make a hot take in this one.
Oh no,
the Rams win, but it's because the Cardinals choke one away late.
Here's
Really?
the thing.
They have the ball in their hands with the chance because they've lost a bunch of one possession games.
I could almost see them covering the spread and losing that game.
so this is too many points for a divisional matchup.
I don't know. Just look at how many times the Cardinals have lost by one possession.
Divisional matchup. Rams might be looking past them a little bit, and the Cardinals just been in so many games and just figured out ways to lose. I feel like it's gonna be something like it's gonna be a tie game and they're gonna turn it over late or ball in their hands late and just not get it done. Or
They don't defend the run very well though, and I just don't think the defense is that great. I see LA just being all over them tomorrow. I don't know. I don't see how this is close, especially later in the year. The record's just gonna get worse and worse. I don't know how much pride they're even gonna have left in the tank to play for their team. I just see LA needing a big get right win. I would love the Cardinals to win. Would love it. Don't see it happening.
I don't think they win. I think they could very well cover though.
So we're putting them on cover watch.
They're on cover watch.
cover watch.
Dunk, you putting them on cover watch, or are you with me on the Rams?
No, I'm with you on the Rams. The Rams are gonna slaughter them. AZ doesn't have a chance.
We're going bird hunting tomorrow.
Bird hunting.
I think a Ram would be tough for a Ram to catch a Cardinal, but once he did, good luck. All right, boys. My favorite game in tomorrow's afternoon slate: the Chicago Bears, first place in the NFC, going over. That's crazy to even say. Going over to Green Bay. Green Bay's 8-3-1. Chicago's 9-3. The spread is -7. Green Bay, I feel like that's a lot for this game. But Bears, man, they've shown they can compete with anybody in any game. Besides the Ravens game, that was a little fraudulent, but faulty, not fraudulent. They're not frauds. Definitely faulty though. I got Chicago, man. Gotta love the spread. I love Chicago right now. Coming back, bouncing off a week of taking care of Philly last week on Black Friday. I just look for them to keep it rolling. They're a fun watch. Romo Dudze is out tomorrow. That is a big, what's the word? That is a big, wow, this whiskey. It's a big kind of injury, for the Bears. But what do you guys see happening tomorrow?
I think the Packers get it done. I think the Bears' luck is going to run out a little bit. They won so many pretty tight games, a lot of them against not so good teams and struggling offenses. They got a good win last week against the Eagles. I just don't see them getting two big wins back to back, especially in a place like Green Bay where they hadn't won in a while. Finally got a win last year. I think Green Bay in a really needed situation is going to get that one. The spread, I do think the spread's a little steep. I think that is a decent amount of points for this matchup, and I could see it finishing within that. But I think the Packers are going to find a way to get it done.
If the Bears win tomorrow, what's your thoughts on the Bears? It's a big game.
Yeah.
I personally am kind of on that. If right now I'm leaning Packers. But if the Bears were to come in and win, it would change my perspective a little bit on the Bears. I think it's one of those things too, where kind of Perk was mentioning, if you're not playing your best football and you're still winning games, kind of with any sport, if you're not playing your best and you're still winning games, that sometimes is a dangerous spot to be in. They handle business last week. If they come out and handle business again, then it kind of looks a little bit different. But I mean, good teams can drop games, like we've kind of mentioned earlier. So it'll be interesting. But I am leaning Green Bay.
It's gonna be fun, man. These fan bases hate each other.
Yeah, it is a good,
and they're
good
both
matchup.
great right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Dunk, what about you, brother?
What's the spread on it?
7
Who's the dog?
Bears.
I think the Bears cover that.
Easy.
I don't know if they get the win though, but I think they're definitely covering it. That's a tough game. That's a tough environment. It's going to be a close game either way. Toss up.
I want to see Unc Drew cry. I want to see my Packer friend cry tomorrow. That's my goal. All right, boys. Sunday Night Football, final game of the slate. Recap Eagles and Chargers next week. Houston Texans going over to Kansas City. Kansas City, man. They can't afford any more losses.
I'm so tired of Kansas City getting all these primetime games.
What do you expect? It's
I
Mahomes.
get it, but like, come on. They're not even that good. They're not even that fun to watch.
I think they're going to win tomorrow.
Where is it?
They're -3.5. It's in Kansas City. They own the Texans. Stroud can't beat Mahomes.
Texans are playing some good ball right now, though.
They got some good
On the
defense.
defense, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's honestly... Like, if anything, it's tough for me to choose a winner in that, but because it's so close, I feel like I almost like to take the Texans +3.5 in that. Because I could see it coming down to like a last second field goal for either side. So I kind of... it's hard for me to take a winner, but I would say if I'm going to have to take a spread there, I would take the Texans. It's just like, I can't trust Kansas City. Everyone wants to act like, oh, they're going to go back to being Kansas City. They're going to get some big wins. But, I mean, they've had a hell of a schedule. Seems like they've had a tough team on that they've been playing every week. But their offense has been very stagnant, very inconsistent. Their defense isn't just shut out like it has been. Like, they're just not an elite team anymore. And I think the Texans are not playing bad. Their defense has been playing really good. Offenses seem to kind of find a stride. I honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Texans win, and I honestly kind of lean Texans here.
Should be rooting for the Chiefs.
I am. I mean, it would help.
That's
us
sacrilegious of you.
I mean, either way, either one really helps at this point. I mean, it's not really. Well, I guess actually no, the Texans aren't even in the picture, are they? They're the 9?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, either one.
Aren't they 8?
Either one climbs towards us with a win. I guess the Texans help us clinch the division, but like I would, I guess, rather see the Chiefs win. It helps us more, but I just coming at it from a non-biased perspective of who I actually trust more, I honestly kind of am leaning the Texans.
What about you?
I'm kind of torn because I can very well see this game being a prime time. Mahomes goes out, they win a game, and then you're watching a sports show in the morning, and they're talking about how good the Chiefs could be this year based off of different circumstances. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But if we're talking like who I feel more comfortable with, I would probably choose Houston. Just if you look at like the Chiefs in terms of being a complete team, it almost feels like it's Mahomes. Like that's at the end of the day, like it's always going to be around Mahomes, but even great quarterbacks, like they have to have some help, especially if you end up in a situation where you're in a shootout and you absolutely need a stop. So I don't know. I would probably go Houston, but again, to me, it could be a toss-up. I could see many scenarios happening.
What about you, Dunk? Who you taking tomorrow night? Bring us home.
I think I'm going to take Kansas City on that one. I think it's a must-win, and I think Patrick Mahomes is going to step up, help his team out. And, yeah, I mean, their offense isn't, like, complete, and the Texans' defense is pretty good, but I honestly think Patrick Mahomes is going to step up in that game. When it's a must-win, need it.
Gotta have it.
Please don't play Taylor Swift in the stadium.
No. Well, it's going to be played.
No, dude. Kelsey put out a statement. He doesn't want Taylor Swift being played in the stadium.
Did he actually say that?
Dude, look it up.
All right, I'm going to check into it. Well, boys, we've got an exciting Week 14 lined up. Should we roll? Do you guys want to do a couple Ask the Class questions? And then we'll roll into our Big Mic of the Week and get on? Sure. We just got a couple sent in.
Yeah.
All right, first one. Read that wrong. What is the best, ugliest sweater you guys have ever worn?
I think only worn once I literally only worn one ever that I can remember, and it wasn't even mine. Our friend, the Tan Man, gave it to me when...
What was it?
I forgot what it even said.
It's a great sweater.
I forget what my shirts are.
I've probably 2 of them.
I knew you definitely had a couple on deck.
No, I've had a couple of Christmas sweaters myself. I had one that was Rudolph drinking a beer.
Oh, that plays.
Which is pretty cool. Surprisingly, got it pretty young. Thought it was pretty sweet. And then I would say my other one, shout out Jathan Marsh. He gave me one that was like a Christmas tree, but it was Velcro, so you could change like what the Christmas tree looked like and like decorate the Christmas tree different ways. Cool. So, yeah, that one was up there too.
Did you put any fun decorations on it?
Oh, dude, every time I could, I would.
Did you put like a condom on it? If you brought it to like a party, you could put like a condom, a shot, like a mini shot, like a Plan B pill.
All right, next question.
Don't, you got your favorite?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever worn an ugly sweater.
Wearing one right now.
Hey, this is Tim Duncan, bro.
It's ugly.
I don't know what underneath
He was a
that.
Heat fan.
Huh?
Was a LeBron guy back in the day, so allegedly. Boys, what's your? This is coming in from our boy Jake. What's your current deadlift, bench, and squat? Mine's a week right now. Maybe 135 on squat, week back. Years of construction. Bench, I could maybe give you 155. My best was 275 back in my prime. Can maybe give you 155 right now. More of a runner. And deadlift, I think I could get to 225 in deadlift. Deadlift's a little easier on the body. Basically, I'm jacked. I'm 70. I found out I was 70s jacked last week after watching Mean Streets.
Yeah, you are 70s jacked.
So I feel like that kind of lines up to those numbers kind of equate to 70s jacked.
Dude, you need like a shirt with the sleeves cut off. You need fingerless gloves, and you need a bouncy ball. You just need to be
Is
carrying
that
that
really
around
our
at all
Austin
times.
class question?
That's from Jake. He's wondering where the boys are at. Shaking your head.
Probably about.
He just doesn't want to say where he's at right now. He doesn't want to.
I just thought we'd actually have an interesting question to answer.
Wow. Wow.
Shout out Jake.
Wow. Jake spends his time sending in the question. Now we're going to get no questions next week. The question box is empty next week. That's because we got Grumpy Perk on the corner of the couch right now.
Interesting question.
Dunk, where are you at? Will you at least answer the question?
Yeah, I think for bench, I'm probably around 155. My best was 225.
That's pretty fresh. 225.
That was the
club.
best I ever did. And then squat, my legs are hella weak, dude. I'm probably looking at 125.
It's rough on the back. We've been
And-
shoveling.
Deadlift, dude. I have no clue, to be honest with you.
We might have to get a deadlift bar in here.
We might have
one
to.
show.
Well,
You don't get to answer it.
I've honestly
It's not
been feeling
interesting.
pretty weak lately, but the last couple times I've been able to rep 325 on the bench. My deadlift was at 415. Squat was 375.
You're saying it pretty humble, pretty humble. So that's pretty cool of you.
Weights, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks because I remember when I used to do more, but work and stuff just doesn't let me grind like I used to.
I need to get you the Cody
What was
Rhodes
the other
lifting
one?
belt.
Squat, deadlift, bench. Is that it?
That's it, bro.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
That's it. Yeah. I hope that's good enough for you, Jake.
He hates you. He probably turned it off after you shit on his question.
I'm sorry. That's just such a gym bro question.
He is our number one gym bro.
Okay,
Are we
I'm
now-
sorry. Jake is a gym bro. I shouldn't have shit on that. I just not a fan of the gym bro culture sometimes. Yeah, I love Jake, but
Sounds like you hate him. Sounds like you hate the gym bros. You might not be a gym bro. You just might be a gym goer.
I'm not. I don't consider myself a gym bro. I go to the gym.
You wear
Because
so
if
much,
I didn't go to the gym, I'd be obese.
bro.
Because I like to eat.
You're decked out in Gymshark every time I see you. That's all you wear is Gymshark.
No, I wear Nike Pros.
No,
That's crazy.
Gymshark, bro.
Nike Pros.
Don't you? Do you? No, I feel like I've already asked you this. You don't own any Gymshark, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. We were about to.
Doug is not. Yeah, Doug is not a Gymshark guy. I just,
Okay,
I
he
just
kinda
look
seems
at
like a
Dalton
gym-
and be like, that guy does not own Gymshark. He probably works out like Carhartt.
No, I don't.
Carhartt Shark.
Car.
Carhartt and Dickies.
I'm just in there doing my car pants, bro.
Probably what you wear to the gym. That whole outfit. With that helmet.
He probably does. You are a basketball jersey at the gym guy.
No, I'm not, bro.
Oh, you
No,
definitely
I'm
are
not.
a basketball jersey. At the
That's
gym.
correct. That's such a crazy take.
Dude, I see this dude roided out, always wearing the same Kobe jersey. Looks like it smells, but he's always wearing it.
There's a couple guys I see always wearing the same jerseys
Basketball
every
jersey.
time. I'm like, bro, I know that smells.
So I guess we're putting gym bros on the hot seat this week. Don't come up to us if you see us at the gym. We don't want to be your gym bro unless you're Jake. Jake's one of my few gym bros.
We're never getting Detention Span live from a fitness expo now.
No.
I think we're sloth.
I don't. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that's a place that this show wants to be.
Well, yeah, we were allegedly smoking and drinking before this started, so we're not really ones to take advice on how to treat your body.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. Boys, here's another question from our boy Josiah. What's your thoughts on the UFC card tonight? Give, thoughts on the co-main event, maybe another fight, just some quick brief recaps of the fight.
There's some exciting fights. It wasn't a bad card by any means. Sucked the co-main went that way. I love watching Pantoja fight, so it sucks to see it happen that way, and he's an awesome champ. Hopefully he can get back in there soon.
I can't do arm snaps. That's like, I'll watch it once on the initial snap, but I'm not watching a replay of an arm snap.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
And then you got Marab
Yeah,
losing his
that
belt.
was a banger
That's
fight.
unreal. That was a great fight.
I think it definitely went to the right guy there, but they gotta run that back.
Have to.
Have to, and that's gonna be a great third fight. But
Think-
yeah, Jan had a perfect game plan.
Yeah, no, he literally fought him just like Marab fights everybody. Just outpaced Marab. It was
Yeah.
Marab looked a little. I don't know if it was because he took some really tough, hard shots to the body and to the head. So it's like that's going to slow anyone down. But that was the first time I've seen the machine kind of get pieced apart. And Jan, man, credit to him. He's looked as good as he's ever looked. So
I know he had
quite the comeback.
Yeah, and
Quite the resurgence.
have 3 straight losses and turn it around like that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it is really cool to see.
What about you guys? You got any? I know, Carter. I know you were saying Macy Barber was looking good tonight, or is that just me thinking?
I think that was just you. I barely watched the UFC card tonight. I was too focused on the football games that were going on.
Not a UFC bro.
No, I like the UFC. I love watching the UFC. This card, for some reason, I just wasn't as locked in as I usually am.
I feel that. What about you, Dunk?
Well, a fellow Big Dunk got a win today.
That's true. It's kind of
It was-
upsetting you didn't bet on it.
It was in the
Pretty
prelims,
rich.
but Big Dunk, my fellow Big Dunk.
Big Dunk.
And that last fight, Jan and Marab, that was a really good fight. It was really fun to watch.
That was
Jan
amazing.
handled business.
Fuck, boys. Well, should we get on with our weekend? Get on to our football or Sunday? What?
Got one more thing.
How about you tell us the question? You read the question.
You got an award to give out.
I was gonna get to that. I didn't know if you
okay,
had another
sorry.
question.
Sorry, I thought you were wrapping
Oh,
up. My bad.
no,
I
you're
didn't
good.
Take control of the show. I just thought
No.
you would. I don't know if you were forgetting it.
No.
My bad.
You're good. I just
I'll apologize to the producers.
don't apologize to me. Apologize to Jake.
I did already.
You're talking about the big mic of the week, right?
Yeah.
You know, every week we pay a homage, an ode to Big Mike, and honestly, this was kind of a surprise with all the nominees that were up in the air this week. I think this person in particular really earned the Big Mike of the week, and that's Ice Spice with her new SpongeBob song, Big Guy. So we're putting Ice Spice on the Big Mike of the week on the illustrious Kangol hat. Yeah, no, it's honestly kind of... I hated the song at first, but then Carter played it 25 times, and now it's stuck in my head. So, Ice Spice, you're our Big Mike of the week, and if you ever want me to take you out to dinner, I am available. But until then... We'll see you guys next time in Detention Span. Thank you, boys, for joining me tonight.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you boys next week. Enjoy watching some ball this weekend. And as always, we'll see you in class. Later. We can't get copyrighted with the big guy, right?
The big guy's gonna copyright you.
Big guy can't copyright us.
SpongeBob's coming for our next one.
Big guy, big guy, big guy, big guy.
That's Big Guy.
SpongeBob, big
Big
guy,
going.
pants okay. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. Big guy, big guy.
week.